Last time on Sean Swaggy's channel.
Look, I don't know what else there is for me to prove, but that honestly wasn't me.
This man is lying to y'all.
Does this type of shit happen all the time, where a random person joins out of nowhere?
I actually meant to invite Olorun to the call so he can clarify this situation once and for all.
Excuse me, I should introduce myself first. My name is Olumari. I'm a follower and great friend of Olorun. I'm half Nigerian from my pops and Eritrean mixed with Italian from my mom's. But y'all can just call me Amari. It's the name everyone refers to me by. Well, if it ain't Linyan, the Crimson Butterfly Swordsman, Lord Olorun told me about you. Just like you, I'm also a strong warrior myself.
Oh, really? Well, I'm honored to meet you as well, Amari.
The pleasure's all mine, Linyan. I feel like you would have been a great fire destruction hypercarry if Dawei never rejected you. Also, to answer your questions, Yudong, Olorun is currently busy at the moment, so he asked me to take over for him. You got an interesting name for a black man. Anyways, this bitch-ass nigga Goku is actually fucking racist. I was the one that sent the footage to my good friend Xuan so he can leak it. If y'all still don't believe me, I also got some unseen footage for what happens after their fight.
Damn, it seems like I underestimated you. You're a lot stronger than I originally expected.
I can say the same for you as well, Goku. But unfortunately, I shall finish you off now. Sanctified Field.
I can barely fucking move! Just what is this power?
You fell right into my trap. Now, there is no escape for you. Divine Focused Light. Wait a fucking minute. What the hell is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, Lord Olorun, but I can't let you kill Goku.
Olivia, why would you save this fraud? So, is Amari in on this as well?
He isn't, Lord Olorun. I didn't tell him that I came to this part of the battlefield. But please hear me out. I can sense that this man isn't really a fraud. Goku was simply following orders from Dawei to protect him. I also sense that he doesn't really mean the racist slander that he's been calling you. I understand Hoyoverse offended you with the image of a white man. Amari is also upset about that as well, but please refrain from attacking Dawei.
I refuse! Dawei must pay for his crimes. If anything, he is the true fraud for scamming the community with these so-called gacha banners. That Beach Niga and the entirety of Hoyoverse dared to show nothing but disrespect towards me, Olorun, the ruler of the heavens, the Yoruba, and all of what Africa stands for.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, he's a normal human like me and Amari. I'm sorry, but not even someone like him deserves to suffer to your divine punishment.
You know what? I know I will regret saying this, but I'll give that beach-ass Niga one last chance. If he fucks up again with Natlan, then he shall be granted something worse than a divine punishment.
I can't say if I fully agree with this, but thanks for being somewhat understanding, Lord Olorun.
Well then, shall we meet with Amari and the others? I was thinking we could use this time to show me around Shanghai.
Sure thing, Olorun. You're really gonna love it here. Especially the nature spots, which I'm looking the most forward to showing you. But before we go, you mind giving me a minute to speak with Goku?
Sure, Olivia. Take as much time as you need.
Thank you so much for being somewhat generous throughout all this in the end.
Wait, so Goku was somewhat telling the truth. He isn't actually racist. You have some explaining to do, Amari. I'm so confused as to why you would show us this if you're gonna say he's racist.
Heh I'ma be honest with you, March. I'm just as confused as the rest of y'all are. My girlfriend Olivia sent me this hidden footage as a surprise that she apparently wanted me to present to y'all. But why would she wait till now out of all times?
I find that strange as well. Why were you left with that bad representation of me to send to Sean, when Olivia has had the better side where she saves my life and vouches for me this entire time?
Because I was the one who recommended Amari to send the bad footage to Sean during that time when Firefly, Jericho, and I invited him to run some games of Smite with him. We were originally planning on inviting Olorun, but he was busy during that time, so he invited his friend Amari to join us.
What the hell is it with these people joining at random times?
You'll eventually get used to it, March. It's a thing that happens every now and then since, for whatever reason, Silver Wolf hacked our server to the point where nearly anybody can join.
Silver Wolf! So you're the one behind the bad representation of who I really am! Why the fuck would your nerdy shorter than Krillin bitch-ass let Amari send that video to Linyan's editor to confuse everyone?
Hey! First off, Goku, you should watch what you say about me before I leak the video of that one black dude blowing your wife's back out, you stupid-ass monkey! I don't give a fuck if you're the best fighter in the world, you sad sand bitch!
Is it Prince Trunks by any chance? Because there's a video going around where he got him in the same situation as Adam 22.
So I see you got jokes, don't you, Zhudong? You sad black bitch!
Why the hell would you say that, Zhudong? Are you trying to make the situation even worse? Don't take half of what Zhudong says serious, Goku. It's just how he naturally is.
Damn, Goku. I don't know what's been going on at home, but it was only a joke. Chill out.
Sorry about that, Zhudong. That day Chi-Chi cheated on me has still been getting to me. I don't know what it is, but I started to feel some animosity that I know isn't my true feelings over your people. It felt like a dark spiritual energy that needed to be cleansed away.
Heh. Good thing I was there to provide some therapy for him.
Linyan? Excuse my language once again, but can you tell me what the fuck 10 people are doing in this call? Is there some fan meetup going on that I don't know about? Hey, Stelle, is your silent in the game but actually talks a lot in person ass still there?
I'm still here, my adorable lady. I was eating while listening to the conversation. Sorry for making you worry.
What about Yunli? She hasn't spoken since March joined. I hope she didn't get into it with Yanqing again.
Let me guess. This is the moment where Yanqing finishes his errand and randomly joins. That would make it to where we have 11 people in this call.
Oh, I was actually eating as well. You don't need to worry, Zhudong. Yanqing hasn't came back yet. Speaking of which, we were talking about Zhudong having bad blood against his old friend who moved to the Jumingruo Xuan. The situation Goku is in reminds me of that in a way. I was also explaining how it isn't healthy to hold a grudge against someone for so long. Zhudong, if you keep holding onto that grudge against Ruo, sooner or later, this could lead you down a road of regrets.
I agree with Yunli. You should really consider squashing this beef you have with your friend before it's too late. Allow me to officially introduce myself. My name is Olivia. I'm a therapist from the Bay Area in California. I've seen these situations happen a lot throughout my life where people have to live through this road of regret, never being able to apologize to their loved ones. But that's a topic for a different day. After that video, we discussed more about the situation Goku was going through at home. So to no surprise whatsoever, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Goku, his wife Chi-Chi has been complaining that he barely spends any time with her and their sons.
So the rumors are true about him being a deadbeat.
Zhudong, please shut the fuck up!
My bad, everyone. That was my last joke about Goku. Go ahead, Olivia.
Anyways, his oldest son Gohan looks more up to Piccolo, who is truly there for him his whole life. He mainly wears an outfit resembling him. Gohan was forced into becoming a fighter, which was never what he truly wanted. One of Chi-Chi's main complaints was that Goku nearly got him killed during the Cell games when Cell was beating the shit out of him. We don't know what Goku saw in him, but he eventually unlocked Super Saiyan 2, which nearly went to waste, to the point where Goku had to sacrifice himself after Gohan became cocky, wanting to see Cell suffer when he should have finished the job when he had the chance.
As much respect as I got for Goku, that honestly pissed me and my friends off back in the day when we first saw this in the show.
Was that really necessary, babe?
Oh, I wasn't saying that to offend you, Goku. You can go ahead, Olivia.
You're good, Amari. Thinking about it now, I probably could have handled it a different way. But I was focused on giving the new generation a chance.
Speaking of which, didn't you give Cell a Senzu Bean?
I did, but it was only to push Gohan to unlocking his true power lying within him. We trained together in the hyperbolic time chamber, so I've seen what he's truly capable of.
So, is Gohan gonna join randomly?
Unfortunately, he isn't, March. Him and his wife Fidel went out to a restaurant for dinner.
Speaking of giving the new generation a chance, I remember you saying that you could have finished off Majin Buu, but you decided to throw in Gotenks, who was inexperienced and never had to go through what you and Vegeta did to the battlefield.
About that. That situation was rushed since they didn't have a lot of time to prepare.
Well, maybe if you were actually there for them for 7 years, then you would have shared a lot more of your experience with them.
Anyways, another thing she complains to him about is that he won't get a job, and he's always asking to use her credit card.
Wait, doesn't Vegeta do the same exact thing with Bulma since he doesn't have a job either?
Well, his situation is a bit different since she's actually rich, so he can get away with not having to work.
Damn, Vegeta is so lucky. One time Krillin and I stopped by a random restaurant not knowing how expensive it was at first. Krillin ordered a normal meal while I pretty much ordered nearly the whole menu. A few days later, she noticed the transaction while she was checking her phone, and let me tell you, she was the maddest I've ever seen her in a while. At that moment, she stopped letting me use her credit card and forced me into getting a job. That's also around the time Dawei offered me to work for him as his bodyguard.
You know, you and I are alike in a way, Goku. We both like to eat a lot. but not even I would go that far. Anyways, how has the pay been?
Dawei pays me pretty well. My presence alone is enough to intimidate a regular person.
That's amazing, Goku. I'm glad you found a job that suits you in a way.
Thanks, Stelle. 2 weeks later, after I got my first paycheck, I caught Chi-Chi getting fucked by a quote-unquote black friend of hers from the United States. As I went Super Saiyan, I warned him to leave before I beat the fuck out of that bitch-ass motherfucker. But he wouldn't listen as he pulled out his crystallized sword claiming to be a hood nigga from Atlanta. Those were his words, by the way.
A hood nigga from Atlanta with a crystallized sword. That nigga sound familiar. No fucking way! I know that ain't who I think that is.
For those of you guys that are confused, that bastard must have placed a spell on me, giving these intrusive feelings that weren't really mine.
Good thing I was there to purify his chakra when I sensed an unusual energy from him that day.
So I see you figured me out, Amari.
Another completely random person joins the call. Wait a minute. From his profile picture and voice, he doesn't really look or sound black, similar to Arlen. He reminds me of Zhao from Genshin Impact.
Oh shit, I'm starting to see it now.
Well, basically, he's really half Nigerian and Indian, which explains his hair and facial features.
You're the one that manipulated me into having these racial thoughts! You sad black bitch!
So this nigga was the one that fucked your wife. I find it hard to believe that someone who looked as young as he does would hook up with a 40-year-old woman.
For your information, I'm actually in my 20s. Don't be fooled by my appearance.
So this person was the mastermind who was taking advantage of Goku this entire time?
Yeah, his name is Calvin. He was an old friend of mine back when I used to live in Atlanta.
Now that I think about it, how long has this bitch-ass Indian or whatever the fuck he is motherfucker been in China?
On my way to India, me and a couple of my homies decided to stop by and see how the country is. Let me tell y'all, it's some of the best places that I've ever been to, although I didn't really fuck with the food that much. After I stayed in China for a few days, I went to India to visit some family and friends there and convert some of them to join my side as we take over the world.
Calvin, what has gotten into you? This is going too far.
Since your Lord Olorun, or whatever you want to call that bitch-ass nigga, wouldn't accept me, I ended up being accepted by a god from my Indian side.
Yo, don't you dare say Lord Olorun's name in vain like that, motherfucker.
That's what his bitch-ass deserves. My whole life. You've been more popular and better than me at everything, while people like me were left to suffer back in the A.
May I ask what happened between y'all?
I think we should save that story for another day to build up some hype.
Alright then?
Well, if it isn't the one and only Linyan, the Crimson Butterfly Swordsman, a friend of mine showed me the skit the three of y'all did. And I gotta say, you really do look like a fake-ass wannabe gender-bent Hu Tao.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Are you purposely trying to have him uncontrollably activate his Crimson Butterfly state again?
It's fine, Shinue. That type of shit don't really bother me that much anymore. Listen here, Jao Xiao. I know you're trying to take advantage of me like you did with Goku. Well, you might as well give up, cause that shit ain't gonna work on me.
Alright, whatever you say, rejected fire destruction character.
This slander about my best friend has to stop. Because if he was in the game, I have faith that he would be one of the best destruction characters in the game for fire. At least that can take the most advantage of the fire set.
You fool! The three of y'all would be lucky enough to be generic NPCs if Da Wei were to finally put y'all in the game. And Linyan, you still wouldn't be better than Firefly. You would agree with me, right, Stelle and Silver Wolf?
Don't fall for his trick. He's trying to instigate you guys against Linyan.
I was about to say the same exact thing. It's one of his main tactics.
You fucking ingrates! You've always known me well, Amari. But your annoying bitch ruined my plans to convert Goku.
You better keep my girl's name out your mouth, nigga.
Whoa! I didn't know that nigga Will Smith was in the call as well! Y'all two must have a lot of fans for the call to be this packed Linyan and Zhudong.
I was thinking the same exact thing because so many people have been joining randomly since I got here.
I know, right? We weren't expecting it to be this packed today either.
Well, anyways, I've recently returned to China, so if there's anything you want to settle, now's the time to do so. Also, now is the perfect time to see one of your family members for the last time, Olivia. He claims to be one of your younger cousins.
What? What horrible thing have I ever done to you for it to come to this?
I'm waiting for y'all at the Red Forest Temple. I'll give you two about 5 hours to arrive.
I wish I knew, but we really need to get going.
Well, allow me to tag along. I'm gonna make that bitch-ass motherfucker pay for what he's done!
Goku, I think it would be better if you stay back for this one. I wouldn't want you to get hypnotized again.
It's fine for him to join us, Amari. I can cast a protection spell around him to prevent Calvin from giving him any more bad thoughts. Plus, Goku can help us out with getting there a lot quicker than expected with his instant transmission. I know you guys still have a lot of questions, but we'll have to answer them another time. Goku, meet us next to the Hoyoverse headquarters.
Sure thing, Olivia.
Man, well, this was another eventful Discord session.
Does it always get this chaotic every time? Cause this was the wildest server I've ever been in.
Well, there has been one session that was completely normal, but this so far is crazier than the past 3 combined.
Yeah, I was part of the one that was normal. But you don't want to know what happened the second time I joined March.
You made sure to never let Trump join the server again, right, Silverwolf?
Hold up! You mean to tell me Donald Trump joined while I wasn't here? We definitely shouldn't allow that orange spray-tanned nigga to join ever again.
I can assure y'all that he won't be bothering you guys ever again.
Well, either way, I still had fun, other than Calvin joining randomly to ruin everything. But I'm glad that the racist Goku rumors were cleared. Now that I think about it, why would he lie about it being fake if he was innocent the entire time?
Maybe he wanted to make the situation easier so people wouldn't confuse him for an actual racist?
Also, another question. Why the hell would you recommend Amari to send that video to Lin Yin's editor for him to leak it Silverwolf?
Yeah, you've got some explaining to do.
About that, I honestly wanted to spread some drama to throw people off so we can make this fated meeting into a redemption arc for Goku.
Well, good thing I happened to be recording this up till now. I can tell Xuan is gonna have a tough time putting this video together.
Wait! You've been recording this whole time, Lin Yin? You mind if I say the outro for this video? I just know a cute girl like me will attract more viewers.
Usually this would be Clara's turn to say the outro if she was here. But since it's you, I'll let you say it, Miss March 7th.
Thanks, Lin Yin. You're the best. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more of Lin Yin and his Crimson Butterfly Troupe's content in the future.
That was amazing, March. You said it a lot better than me compared to the last time I joined.
Well, anyways, we're about to start up Smite for a bit before we switch to Overwatch. Would y'all like to join us?
I'm not really a gamer, but I can still hang out and talk with you guys for a bit.
What's good, everyone? I'm finished with my errand.
Actually, on second thought, I just remember that I need to get back to my training. So I'll meet with y'all another time.
I see you two seem to be getting along pretty well.
It's still a work in progress. I hope she can actually take her own advice.
What do you mean by that, Stella?
You'll see it in the video when it goes up, my good friend. Anyways, we're about to start up Smite for a bit before we switch to Overwatch. Would you like to join us?
Sure. The General doesn't need me for anything, so I'm able to join you guys this time.
Like Yunli, I'm not much of a gamer, but I'll still do the best I can. Wait, how are we gonna do this with the 7 of us?
Maybe you and Stella can take turns with Yanqing and Silverwolf?
You know, I'm thinking Silverwolf should take my spot for the first game, so Yanqing and I can get a better understanding.
Alright, that sounds like a good plan. Have you played Smite before, Stelle?
Unfortunately, I haven't, but I've seen some gameplay of it, so I have a decent understanding of how it works. It's like League of Legends in a way, right?
Well, sort of. For anyone that doesn't know how this works, you actually get to control your character in a traditional 3D style point of view. It may take some time getting used to if you've been playing League.
I want to ask what a Stellaron Hunter is doing in this call, but I have this feeling that I shouldn't.
You don't need to worry, Yanqing. She doesn't plan on causing any trouble. Anyways, for any of y'all that are planning on pulling for the Genshin banners during this version, good luck with whoever you decide to pull for.
For the Star Rail players that are looking forward to Fei Xiao, Ling Sha, or the reruns for the characters you may have missed, I wish you nothing but the best of luck with your pulls.